Just hang tight, guys. I'm just getting the technicals set up, and then we'll get started with this. All right, guys, welcome to the stream. As you can see, this is not Wrath of the Lich King like I've been playing over the last couple weeks. Um, I'll get into that later. I'll just get into that later. This is Legion. But Alex, they're not doing Legion. You're right, they're not doing Legion. That's crazy. This is actually a private server. It's called Felsong. We can get more into what exactly this server is in a little while. But for right now, in this moment, I just want to jump into the game. But before we play, since this is the very first stream we're going to be doing on the Felsong Legion server, I think the only appropriate thing to do right now in this moment is to watch the Legion cutscene. So let's do that.
My son, a terrible darkness has returned to our world. As before, it seeks to annihilate everything that we hold dear. I go to face it, knowing I may not return.
They do cinematics so freaking well. I wish they could do a whole movie like this. I know that would take literally years of processing on a computer to make all of this render for a 2-hour long movie, but still.
All my life I have lived by the sword. I've seen kingdoms burn and watched brave heroes die in vain.
Yo, Varian Rin was a real one. Is a real one, sorry, is.
It's been difficult for me to trust after losing so much.
I feel like they put all of their eggs in the Sylvanas
I have
basket,
learned patience.
and then they threw that basket off a cliff over the last couple expansions.
Open fire!
This looks so good. I wonder how many people had to work on this for how, like, I'd like to just know the statistics. How many people worked on it? How long did it take to render? Just because this is insane. I mean, every one they do is insane. I think the only one better than this one, in my opinion, is the Battle for Azeroth cinematic. I liked that after like the first 4 up to Cataclysm were okay, but I like that after Cataclysm from Pandaria and on, they really went with like a short snippet of narrative as opposed to like flashes of things that are going to happen throughout the expansion or like the enemy. The Wrath of the Lich King one is good, but I like this where it's like a continuous story for 2 or 3 minutes as opposed to like guy with a sword, blue dragon, army of the dead. Like I want a continuous story thing with these. I don't know.
Anduin,
Just me.
I now believe, as you do, that peace is the noblest aspiration. But to preserve it, you must be willing to fight.
Yo, fight all you want. There's no way in any universe someone swims out of the water carrying water.
For Azeroth!
Hell yeah, for this. Nice. So yeah, we're gonna jump into Legion here. Give me just a second. Let me throw up the privacy screen here while I log in. down. All right, so we have to make a character, and I've thought long and hard about what character I wanted to play. Um, Looking at racials, looking at pretty much everything out there. And I want to play a warrior. That's the big thing. I want to play a warrior. I think warrior is my favorite class. Fury warrior. I think the fantasy of the two-handed weapons is just, it's unbeatable in my mind. It's just too epic to not want to do. Plus, it's the one that I understand the most. I played Fury warrior back when Legion was current retail. So that's what we're going to play now. And I just want to see... I'm just trying to pick a... Because normally I'd go human, because the racial for human is insane. The racial for human is just always good. But I'm just looking around really quick. I probably should have done this first. Oh, Worgen? How am I doing this? Well, sir, down in the description for this stream, you'll see that there's a link there. It's to a site called Felsong GG. It's a private server. And you make an account, you download their launcher, and then you play. It doesn't cost anything. You don't need a Blizzard subscription. Technically, I think I could get my actual Blizzard account banned for streaming this, but also I have 44 subscribers, so who's doing what? But yeah. With increased crit chance, I think I'm going to play a Worgen. I think that's just the most solid option. Now, the good thing about this server is I do not need to level up from 1 to 100 before I can go jump into Legion content. You start at 98. Like it or leave it, like, this is a Legion server. It's not about the rest of the world. It's just about Legion, so that's what's going to happen. Oh, male. And why don't we just randomize till we get one that looks cool? Ooh, I like that, but I want purple eyes. Hold on. How do I change eye color? Face? Good enough. And then I'm sure Alex is taken. So if not, we go with the username. And this is how we start off. This armor looks terrible on him. Look at how, like, I wish I could go look downwards on his head, but his neck, like, the helmet's just hanging off the front of his head like that. Oh well, we're gonna get better looking armor for him. The only reason I'm taking him is for the increased crit strike chance.
Heroes of the Alliance, I write to you in Azeroth's darkest hour. From the maw of hell, the burning armies of the Legion have returned.
Alright, so... couple things I need to do really quick. Couple housekeeping things for my character. I turn on all action bars, and I like to have them visible at all times, because I'm weird like that. We need to do some talents really quick. Oh, we're in the wrong spec. Hold on. Here we go. Cool. Alright. So, for Fury, we want Endless Rage, so we get more rage when we auto-attack. Double time, because we don't need to add either of these abilities into our cooldown rotation. Avatar, because it's strong. This one you can either take Warpaint or Bounding Strike. I think I'm going to take Bounding Strike just for mobility. Warpaint is okay, but I don't plan on dying, so fuck it. So here is another... here's another choice you can make. You can either go with Carnage, so your Rampage, if you don't know how the Fury Warrior works, Rampage enrages you, makes you do more damage. This just makes it cost less. So I could run with this and get more Rampages off, keeping my enrage up, because the ultimate goal of Fury Warrior is to be enraged for as much time as possible during the fight. Or I could go with this. Usually you don't want to overcap on rage. You can only get up to 100, so anything you create over 100 is just lost. But if I don't trust myself to not spend my rage appropriately all the time, this would probably be pretty good. I mean, either is fine. Let's just go with Berserker for right now. And then lastly... we're going to use Furious Slash interchangeably. I'll go with Frenzy now because just for now, but yeah. And then when we get to this last one, we're probably going to go with Dragon Roar. I remember that's what I went with back in Legion. Put on the other mace here. Cool. And I'm just going to delete these because I do not need them. Do I have my flying mount somewhere? I have to have it, right? Come here, me boy. Off we go. Oh, I have to put things on my action bars, don't I? That'd probably be a good idea. Unlock action bars. Take auto attack off of there, thank you. Alright. So I have a general idea of how I set up my action bars. I put non-damaging abilities like buffs and stuff on the top row here, and I make those usually like control plus another button, and then I use like damaging ones down here for the most part. That's going to be Control C. That one's always Control C. Pummels my interrupt. It's there. Raging Blow goes on R. Rampage we're going to use a lot. That's going to go on F. Probably won't need a taunt very often, but that'll go there. Whirlwind on 2. That seems right. And then the only abilities we're missing are abilities from our artifact weapon. So, and we won't have that until we're done with the intro that we're about to do.
Need help? For the Alliance.
If I could skip the intro, I'm not going to, but I could.
Go with honor, friend.
And we start off with all blue gear, so we're going to start off with pretty solid gear that we don't need. Like we're probably not even going to be able to use the first couple levels of gear that we find. But it's nice. I'm not here for the leveling, although I do have a great nostalgia for Legion zones. I'm really here for the Legion end game. And thankfully, this private server launched only a month and a half, 2 months ago, which means that Endgame has only been really started to get touched on recently. I think Mythic Emerald Nightmare, which is the first raid in the expansion, just came out on the server 2 weeks ago, less than. So, Tessa, let's fight. I don't know who you are, but let's fight.
Farewell.
Where's my Bloodthirst? I know that's an ability that I have. We're gonna have to turn down sounds here a little bit. Where's my Bloodthirst? I must have missed it. It's gotta be up here, because Bloodthirst is like a core ability in this class. Cool. Where's Bloodthirst? Oh, I did miss it. So Bloodthirst is just Bloodthirst is one of the first abilities and the most common one that we're going to use. Hope you guys like the webcam setup I have here. It took me more time than I want to admit to like Photoshop out the inside and the outside edges of the gold dragon. It took me a good hour or so to like get it all perfect without cutting into the dragon or the border frame at all.
For the Alliance.
So the weapon we're gonna get here doesn't matter either, because that weapon is one of the weapons we're starting with anyway. All right, let's go.
Light bless you.
Time to start the Legion content. If you never watched Legion when it first came out, this might... I think this is the greatest like campaign intro of any expansion. I really do think so.
I haven't seen so much as a seagull for hours now.
There are some great ones out there, but I think this one
Foulness
is
in the air.
top tier.
We are headed directly towards it.
Like Shadowlands, going back to ICC and all that, that's kind of cool. Wrath of the Lich King, just getting on the boat and like seeing Northrend come into view was an awesome experience. But this intro, this scenario is
Directly ahead, Alliance ships.
easily my
Make
favorite.
for the beach. Hold on, everyone. This is gonna get worse before it gets
And
better.
if you're curious, this is not a private server like just me. I'm going to be able to do raids. There are I think roughly 3,000 people at any given time, probably closer to 4 or 5 on the
Directly
weekends
ahead,
who are
Alliance
logged in
ships.
here.
Make for the beach.
Now there
Hold
are
on,
some
everyone.
changes from
This is gonna
regular
get worse
WoW
before it gets
that I
better.
think are for the better. This is a cross-faction server, so you can do dungeons and raids with if you're on Alliance Horde and vice versa. That's a great idea just because it keeps the player pool high for everyone who's here. Because 3-4 months from now, that 3,000 people might be down to 1,000 or even under. But as long as it's cross-faction, you're gonna have double the people you can get into instances with and do content with. So it's gonna produce longevity for the game that regular WoW wouldn't have in that case. Oh, thought somebody did something wrong. That's the cutscene. Now, it is a private server, which means that
Fleet reinforcements.
a dedicated group of people have spent
Just in
a
time.
ton of time
haven't been
recreating
able to
this
break their line.
experience. They didn't just like
Now
copy
we
and
have a
paste
chance.
WoW or Blizzard's Legion onto this. They recreated this in its entirety. So there are going to be some times things aren't going to work quite well. We're going to see some visual bugs or some things that might be glitched out. That's just how it is and how it's going to have to be.
Altering the structure toward the north. Take them out, and I bet the whole structure would crumble.
Used to Fury Warrior again. Legion was easily like the most the most I ever played an expansion of WoW. Because I think if you understand WoW, you jump in on an expansion that first month and you probably play really hard for a couple weeks, and then most of the time you end up just not playing for a while. It's just how it is. So I'm excited to get back in because I probably have the most nostalgia for this expansion and for Warlords of Draenor, which I know a lot of people didn't like Warlords, but those people are incorrect. I'm gonna have to replace War with I don't like Lights. I also don't like when Furious slashes out. We'll figure it out. For now, we're good.
You wish to face the might of the Legion? Ha! Very well. The Master will reward me for your souls.
Finally, enough of your chatter.
We've got him now. Focus on their commander.
Okay. Rotation's coming back to me. Hold on, guys. I'm getting it. Just took me a minute to figure it out, that's all. I completely forgot about Raging Blow. I think that was what was getting me.
Is everyone
Because I
alright?
was using Bloodthirst, and then I was just sitting there like, what do I do next?
We lost many good troops.
You'll have to mourn them later. We need to move before more demons arrive.
Agreed. Varian's forces should have landed just around this hill. Let's hope they had more luck.
I've never seen the demons expand this quickly.
Neither have I. Something has changed. This isn't the same Legion we fought before.
Jaina's huge. Like, look at Jaina's model compared to like these regular people back here. She has like a buff on her or something. She's giant. She's literally head and shoulders over these other regular people.
Oh no.
This isn't possible. There are so many of them.
Hold fast, Alliance! We will not fall this day! Push them back to the portal!
Variant!
Let's go!
I think the only thing I can say that I didn't like about Legion was the artifact weapon system. I think that's it. I mean, I thought it was cool, but when everyone's running around with an Ashbringer, it doesn't feel that cool. And also, it cuts out getting new weapons from raids, which is one of the best. Like getting a new chest piece or getting a bracer is what it's great. It feels good. But getting a new weapon from a raid, ugh, that's the stuff. That's what you just want to like mainline all day. Just getting a new weapon from a raid, especially like your weapon that comes from the end of the end boss, like the strongest boss in the game.
It's good to see
And then you get that weapon drop after the 10th
And
time you
you.
run it. That's what we're here for. That's the high we're looking for.
this portal!
So,
The anchoring
never
crystals
really
are the
liked
key.
the artifact
Just
weapon
get us up
system.
there and we'll take care of it.
I do like that they made them
Form
customizable.
up, Alliance.
I think that
We push
was
them
a
back
good
to the
choice,
portal.
but it still didn't change the fact that everyone had the same basic weapons if you were playing the same spec. He said for Azeroth, get over here, dude. Okay. Are y'all just chilling? Alright. I guess I'm one-man armying this? So this is what I mean by there are some glitches to deal with. Normally they're supposed to charge with me. Face Jaraxxus, Dargar Lord of the Burning Legion. There they are. Now they're charging in. So some like scripted content is just like slower than it's supposed to be. Like they were definitely supposed to charge a minute ago when he said charge. And they waited until but it's fine. Gave me a second to run in here and
We can't rest here for long.
fight myself.
What happened here?
It happened in seconds. We were fighting our way up the shore, and then boom! Explosions of fell energy all around us.
Good
These
lord.
buildings just grew up out of them, filled with demons. I don't know how we're going to be able to push them back at this rate.
One demon at a time. With me, Alliance! Leave nothing standing!
Huzzah! Now, if you're curious about private servers, there are a ton of them out there. If you're on Reddit, there's it's r/WoW servers. It's just dedicated to all the private servers that exist.
What happened? Where is Tyrion?
Don't know. They were on us in seconds. Fell fire everywhere.
Save your strength.
This is cool.
We will find him.
Keep your eyes open for survivors. Save as many as you can.
I don't think I'm hurting these guys. Like, at all. Like, I actually think I'd be doing more damage if I got out of this vehicle and manually attacked. Supposed to blow up the cages? No? Alright, I'm gonna get out of this thing. I genuinely feel like this will go quicker if I don't sit in the cannons.
I can still fight. I'm with you. Have you seen Tyrion?
This dude, Maleficisic? Dead. Dunzo went up.
Have you seen Tyrion?
Gosh, I'm sorry. Like I said, this one and Warlords of Draenor easily my favorite two expansions, mostly because those are the two that I played when I was in college. So they're the two that I really had time to play. So those are the two I really got into. So I just have a lot of
You're a
nostalgia
welcome
for them.
sight.
I can still fight. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's... keep forgetting to rampage and enrage myself.
They came out of nowhere.
They're all just focused on that thing. Well, I'm just over here,
I can still
wrecking
fight.
balling it.
I'm with you.
Now, I was playing Wrath of the Lich King on like the official WoW servers, and
They came out of nowhere.
stopped. I was leveling up a rogue. I got to level like 67. I think that's where I'm at. First off, that took me roughly 80 hours. So, and I did that in roughly 2 weeks. So I played WoW like a full-time job.
Welcome sight.
Still wasn't at Northrend. And then once I got to Northrend, I still had another 30, 40 hours in front of me to get to max level. And even then, I did the math on what I needed to do. Oh,
They're retreating.
I get the feeling this fight isn't over yet.
Varian, I found him. Look, across the chasm. Tyrion!
Forgot. Tyrion's about to go for a little
All forces
splish splash.
to Jaina!
I did the math on what else I needed to do.
How are we going to get across?
I've got this.
It was literally, I was looking at roughly 100 more hours of my time just to potentially get to the point where I could find a guild that would maybe let me raid the current content with them. Yeah, I just wasn't doing it. I'll keep that rogue in the back pocket, and if they announce Cataclysm, I'll go finish leveling him up so I can jump into Cataclysm day one. And if they cycle back to vanilla again, because that's what a lot of people want them to do, I'll jump in and play vanilla. But I'm over Wrath of the Lich King. I had my moment with it, and it's my fault. I was really in there. I raided Nax every week for like 3 months in a row, and then my guild fell apart, and I stopped playing. I got burned out, and then suddenly
Tyrion!
here we are, Trials of the Grand Crusade, and I'm not playing anymore.
You will pay for this.
Stay back! It's a trap! The light will protect me.
Oh yeah.
You fool!
Oh, what a phenomenal
You
villain.
stand before the temple of a god. Your pitiful light cannot reach you here. How fortunate that your friends have arrived just in time to watch you die. Destroy him.
The light will... Thordring!
Screaming like a bitch.
All you have worked for, all you have sacrificed.
I
Just
believe
to
in the
see
light.
your
The light will
champions
protect you.
fall
Ah.
to ash, one by one. Destroy them.
Brace yourselves, Alliance. It's coming this way.
Come on, let's go. Get over here. Fight. Come on. The big problem
Heading
is
your way, Windrunner.
I can't find add-ons that work for
It's time
this.
to show the Alliance how
So-
we slay demons.
I'm gonna have to find add-ons because I at least
Beasts
need
from
a
the
DPS
Fellfire
meter
emerge. Be careful!
and something to tell me where the treasures are around the world. Because getting treasures is actually really important for your overhaul. Because there's a lot of order, like quests or resource things you can get from them. So I mean, I can just pull them out for screen. I'd like to have an in-game effect. Croesus. Bro's got 5.2 million health. I think this was right before the stat squish they did. Did they do a stat squish for Battle for Azeroth? Was that the last? I mean, I know they just did one for Dragonflight, but did they do one for Azeroth as well? I'm trying to remember. Because I mean, numbers were getting crazy. For the first couple expansions, it was easy. Like, you know, maybe your ability did a couple thousand damage, right?
All yours, Alliance.
Maybe you got into the 10,000, the
him
5-digit
this time.
range.
All
But by the time we got to
concentrate your fire.
Warlords and Legion and stuff, I mean, you had attacks. You had crits doing big damage, easy. So.
You've got another shot at the kill, Sylvanas.
Consider your job done then, Rin.
So much damage. Back arrow, say a mute button. So back arrow is like my temporary mute, and then left and right arrows are like my permanent mute, permanent unmute. So I don't want to
No time to
other
gloat, Rin.
things.
We've got to stop Gul'dan before he summons another one of those things.
Everyone,
We'll
across
take the ridge
chasm.
and cover your flank.
Sylvanas, thank you.
Good luck, Varian.
And you.
Feels like to stand at the front here. Makes me feel more badass. Hello? See, this is what I mean by certain things are a little slow. So obviously there's supposed to be dialogue here and talking, but
There
it's
is nowhere to run, Gul'dan.
just takes a minute for that to kick
Give
in.
up now, and I will grant you a swift death.
You are right, human. There is nowhere to run from my master. Now, witness the true might of Lord Sargeras.
Hold steady. We've broken their lines before. We will again. Charge!
Lines are just- Spin. With that many enemies around us, there is nothing I could do other than
The
spend more.
combined forces of Azeroth will triumph today.
Less chatting, Rin! Kill him already!
I have seen the end of your pitiful world, Ren. You will perish in Felfire, like 10,000 worlds before your own. The Legion is endless.
I had to change up where some of my stuff is situated. Like my target to be to the left of my character, and I like my character here. I mean, I know that I could. I know there are UI add-ons I could get, but I hate modifying the UI too much because then it doesn't feel like World of Warcraft to me, and it just feels like something
We
else.
will
I've
cut
created.
you down.
I like the look
monster.
of this UI. I just have to change a couple things around. That's all.
We return.
Where's Jaraxxus, Eridar Lord of the Burning Legion?
This puny world.
Tichondrius.
Burn it to a husk.
Do you see now, human? The fate of this world is sealed.
I love reading the random names too.
Cannot be stopped.
Blurg.
And
We have
now
Lord Perdition over here. Like,
will
just I love having normal-looking enemy names, or enemies that have like unique names. It just makes me feel like, yeah, you're not just fighting another Legion member. You're fighting Lord Perdition. He's got a backstory and accomplishments, and you just
Finish this now! Call in the gunship!
Way ahead of you, sir. Transangulating our position right now.
Get! Get! Oh, Lord!
This one may go down as the best in-game cutscene, in my opinion. This one's pretty epic.
And get Windrunner's archers to clear the skies!
No, she wouldn't. I knew it! I knew we couldn't trust her!
Without the Horde, we'll be overrun! We must retreat! Get everyone to the gunship. Everyone! Fall back! Take this to my son.
You will be remembered as the king who sacrificed his life for nothing. For the Alliance.
God, what a great cinematic. Great death scene, just kind of perfect overall. Like I said, the intro to the Legion campaign, it's just head and shoulders over everything else.
Gilneas will rise again.
How did I get that? Okay. I don't have a guild, but thank you. They have a guild finder. It's actually not terrible. The guild finder in WoW is all kinds of messed up. Like, really messed up. It's got guilds on there that haven't been updated since its Legion, and we're 3-4 expansions beyond that at this point.
Sometimes we must fight for what we believe in. A king is only as noble as the causes he serves. Greetings, friend.
Should be able to give it to him, right?
In the light.
Do I have to click on it? Alright. So, once again, just a little issue with the private server. Sometimes some
A king
quests
is
don't
only
exactly
as
work the
noble
way
as
they're
the
supposed
causes
to.
he serves.
So I have to wait a minute for some things to happen. Is what it is. So much lore standing in this room. If you're interested in WoW stuff, there are a lot of really good books, but the Malfurion Stormrage books are probably some of the best ones out there. You learn about Malfurion, Tyrande, you learn about Illidan. Just some great lore to be aware of. So if you don't want to read this, they're basically just arguing with King Rin about allowing the demon hunters led by Illidan Stormrage to be part of, like allies of the Alliance. And Rin is taking the proper position of saying that they should be allowed, even though they may not be the nicest or most trustworthy of people. Sort of an enemy of my enemy thing. Jaina's freaking huge.
For the Alliance above all.
Oh, and then here's...
We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation. My life is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion. Azeroth must not
Say it. I feel like there should be better protection, in the capital of the Alliance. And every single guard turning out to be a demon? Little irresponsible. We have to turn the sound down. The music is fine. I'm gonna turn the sound down a little bit, but it's the sound effects. They need to go down significantly. I think that's better, right? That's too loud for the one other person watching. Let me know, but it's better to my ear at least. I need a new place for execute. 3 is not the right place for it. Maybe 4. 3 is just hard for my finger to get to, because I use my index finger, and if you're thinking about WASD, like to hit 3, my index finger has to like squeak up against my middle finger, so I know none of you care about this, but also I have one person watching, so I'm just going to use this as like a personal diary, and respond if anyone talks. I really feel like Whirlwind should be on for some reason. I'm sure I'll get used to it there. Oh, destroy the portal. about just killing people. I got really into the fantasy of it, okay? Just wanted to kill people, that's all.
Stormwind honors your service to the Alliance. Be vigilant.
We're going to re-keybind Heroic Leap in a second here, because I took a talent for Heroic Leap, so I should probably use it whenever possible. One thing about Heroic Leap is you can also use it to avoid fall damage, so if I want to jump off a giant cliff, I just have to Heroic Leap at the ground right before we land, and it completely cancels out all of the distance that I just fell. Which is nice. Where in the Mage Quarter are you? Oh, you're further in, that's right. I was looking for the mark on the map, and it just wasn't there. But they're down here. I remember, because for the Legion pre-patch, you came here to get, like, gear after fighting Legion stuff out in Westfall.
The Legion intends to knock us out of the sky. Meet me in Dalaran over Deadwind Pass. I have a plan. A horribly dangerous plan, but a plan nonetheless.
Where's the portal to Dalaran? It's up here in the tower, right? Where all the portals are? If it's not up here, I have no idea. I just can't remember if they changed this during Legion or after. Nope. Alright, we're gonna find the portal, don't worry. Worst comes to worst, we just fly there. It's over here. This feels so good to play Legion again. I can't even describe it. So nostalgic. When I actually get to the Broken Isles, oh my gosh. I don't even know which zone I want to play first. I think not the Valajar zone. I think that's the only one I can confidently say we're not playing first, because every single character I played back when Legion was current, I started in that zone for some reason. So I've got the whole thing burned into my memory. I want to play one I don't know for a little bit. Maybe the foresty zone. I forget what it's called, but the foresty one sounds nice.
The fate of our world hangs in... Citizens of Azeroth! Today is the day we turn the tide! Today is the day that we retake our world and send the Legion back to the hell that spawned them. Our path is clear. The pillars of creation await on the Broken Isles!
All right, and now we're here with all of the other people playing.
Light bless you.
There's our Dalaran teleport. Tranquil Mind stuff. Alright, and then the other thing I need to go do is we're going to pick up mining and blacksmithing while we're here. As long as I have the gold for it, I probably do, right? Maybe? We're going to pick up mining and blacksmithing, and that way, at least pick up mining. Anything we find out here in the world, we can just grab. Hello.
What's happening?
Ma'am. Mama Diggs. Mining.
Watch your back.
Greetings.
And that should teach us...
See you later.
I know that teaches us Legion mining. But the blacksmithing part, I'm still not entirely sure how we level that up. I'll have to look that up. Because if I go into blacksmithing, which I'll do in a moment, there's no Legion recipes there for me to smith. So I'm a little confused. Grab the flight path while we're here.
Look there upon that terrible sight. How many disasters must we face before we can at last find peace?
Shrug off your wounds, warriors! Another battle awaits!
Harvey didn't say they would be so short.
Now we are going to get our artifact weapon, which is going to be our weapon for the remainder of the game.
Friend, more demons approach. Prove
Weapons,
your
sorry,
valor.
Fury Warrior. Weapons. Got Raging Blow. Great ability. Good name for an ability, too. Raging Blow. Oh, I don't have auto loot on. It's going good. About to get our artifact weapons. Just have to turn on auto loot because I forgot to do that. Yeah, about to go get our artifact. So, excited. They're the war swords of something or something. I don't know. Forget what they're called, but they're cool looking. And their ability is awesome.
Hardgrim! Ulrich! Odin has judged you worthy for his halls! Come with me to glory!
Okay.
Watch
Take me
over
to
me
glory.
from above, my brothers, and save me a seat in the hall. A brute has joined the battle, little hero. Come and meet your fate before your place is taken.
I don't watch the Saw movies. I know that's so random, but I usually watch movies while I play games, just because, why not? Just got the urge to watch Saw now. Maybe it's all the mutilated bodies and death and destruction and stuff.
My forces are legion. Your efforts are futile.
My forces are legion.
What was that?
Enough! I will break you myself.
He's using it like a kid would use a different word for cool. He's like, bro, that's so legion.
Well,
Like that kickflip,
will
totally
you look
legion,
at
bro.
that?
At last! Ha ha! This is the glorious death Harvey promised me.
I say we kill the demon instead. Little hero, you have proven yourself a worthy ally. Will you stand with us? Even though it could mean our death.
Ha! With all of us together,
Well, I'm not carrying
we may
maces
yet
to open
be
jars.
victorious. Either way, I'll not go down easily. Let us be about it then!
I will salute your courage in the halls of valor.
I also need something to tell me when I'm enraged, because I feel like I've been getting enraged from things at times and not realizing it.
Is that the best you can manage, weaklings? A few scratches?
I can still fight.
I do have an enraged thing down here, except for
like the insect you are.
Just being dumb. I need to know when to enrage, because that's the only time I can use Raging Blow, which is where all my damage comes from. You die now, please.
A valorous sacrifice, but it is not yet your time.
You are not supposed to be halfway in the ground. But, okay.
Welcome to Skyhold! Here the brave live on forever! Strive to be worthy. Behind you lies the Eye of Odin, which peers across all of Azeroth. This way lies the Forge, where the mightiest weapons of the Valajar are crafted by Helgar, the greatest smith in the halls. Across the Bay lies the Arena of Glory, where warriors vie for supremacy in epic combat. Before us lies the Great Mead Hall, where drink and stories flow freely. Odin awaits ahead. I will go forth and announce you. Be respectful.
I also think this is the coolest Order Hall that they made. I admittedly have not seen all of them, but I've seen a couple of them, and not a single one compares to, like, this. Like, the Paladin one is just a big church. Like, okay, I get it, it's thematic, but also, do you have a giant god with a flaming lava beard? I don't think so.
I have foreseen the coming of a mighty champion to these shores. One who would slay countless foes and prove their valor time and again. One who would lead my armies to victory against the great darkness that seeks to devour this world. You have proven yourself the greatest living warrior on Azeroth. It is for this reason I have saved you. I name you Valajar. Bring glory to these halls on the wings of my Valkyr.
I think the only other Order class hall I want to see is the Rogue. Like, thinking about it, I think I can accurately depict what all of them are going to look like in my head to, like, a degree. But the Rogue one, I have no idea. But yeah, giant god with flaming lava beard. No one's got that other than the Warriors.
Do you bring me?
Heck yeah, I want the Fury one.
Have you brought valor to these halls? Bring us tales of victory.
I need to find a better place for my chat. Not that a lot of people, not that anyone other than you, Husky, is typing in my chat, but I feel like I have to turn a whole 90 degrees to look at it and check on it. I need just like a tiny monitor right above my current monitor, not a big one, just a tiny one, and it's just dedicated to having like a pop-out window for chat or something.
I dwell in the Shadowlands.
Take me to the artifact. Oh, I forget that we jump. We just like jump to get down to the world. We just jump into the abyss. God, it's so cool. We should be like dodging abilities and stuff, but Who needs to dodge abilities when you can just kill people quicker?
To arms! Avenge me!
Say to go this way, right? Where? Are they all here? Like that. Well, supposed to stay here and like guard it or something? I'll admit I'm a little confused. Only a little. I quit telling people I'm more confused than I am. I was supposed to stay here. Okay, that makes more sense now. Bring me to your leader. Down, right? No, this isn't him. Unless it is.
To arms!
He wasn't named, so I didn't assume he was anyone important. Global chat. I don't have a... I have global chat, like, I have chat in general blocked off because I don't feel it's right to show people's chat like this without their approval. But it's just popping off with people talking about this, and it just feels like regular WoW. Like there's so many people on this server. I think there are 3,000 as of earlier today when I was on their site looking at the just like the numbers of who's playing, and that's a lot of people for a private server. 3,000 like consistently in the middle of a weekday. That's a lot. I mean, I get that the server just came out, and over time that'll go down, but.
Defilers, wretches, fiends, be gone from here.
And I don't know why. He's just stuck in this animation doing literally nothing else. Okay. Oh, do I have to destroy this first? Weird. Well, that's private servers for you. Gotta have some issues or they wouldn't be private servers.
Defilers, wretches,
This guy too.
fiends, be gone from here.
Huh. I wonder if it's the same end, like Misorder, it's the same one as last time. I wonder if they just screwed something up when they created this scenario for the server. I'm gonna find one more and see if it repeats itself again. There's another one. Because if all he does is turn and point at me, but he doesn't actually attack. Yeah, it's something to do with just the way they created this scenario for the server. Oh well, I doubt that becomes a problem anywhere else. Excuse me, sir. Please stop hitting me. I am but a young wolf thing. I am but a cub. Vigfus? Is that actually his name? Vigfus Bladewind? Yeah, his parents must have hated him. Vigfus.
I will take you to Helheim myself, hero of Azeroth.
That's just a bad name. Even for a Viking who had, like, Vigfus?
Then come meet death.
Like, I'm genuinely stuck on that. I don't understand how you call your kid Vigfus at all.
Helia's gifts have made me strong.
Like, how do you mentally make the leap that that's an okay name to give anybody?
The champion of the Hellish. This spray has quite a bite. Follow if you dare.
I feel like you could throw a handful of those, like those alphabet magnets that you have for fridges, where it's just, you know, a bunch of random letters. You could just throw one at a fridge, and any random assortment of letters would come up with a better name than Vigfus.
A little farther before we fight, hero. I have a surprise for you.
Hello? I'm stunned. Thank you. Reachers? I was okay killing people, but you're gonna have me kill animals too? I don't know about that. I can't take him seriously. He's got cool swords, awesome. I cannot take Vigfus seriously. Hello? Hello. I shall fight you. Oh, hello, Ayla. I was gonna say Helga. Helia. I'll find key bindings for those in a little bit. Yep.
No, I'll not fall to Odin's lapdog. I will destroy you.
I remember coming to this scenario when I first played Legion for the first time. Good lord. And I remember getting bodied by him, like, multiple times.
Give me more power.
Like, it actually was a kind of difficult fight. I mean, it's not now because they start you off with 660 gear, which is pretty solid.
Only darkness.
But I remember this being actually difficult when I first did it.
No. No.
Cool. Very cool looking weapons.
I grow weary of your presence.
Tell Odin that this changes nothing. He will suffer my wrath for ages to
I don't care,
come.
Halia. Goodbye. Just a little hop, skip, and a jump all the way back up to Skyhold. No big deal. And we have now equipped the War Swords of the Valajar. They are huge. I love them. And those will be our weapons for the remainder of this entire server. We will never switch. We might change the appearance of them, but we will never change the weapons, which I'm not a big fan of. But it also means I'm not constricted to the randomness of drops from bosses. And I mean, there are still, if I look at them really quick, there are still artifact relics that we put in them, and those relics do have item levels that drop from things. So it's not like we don't upgrade these, it's just like the look of them never changes, which is an issue for me. Alright, hold on. Key bindings, I need to set avatar and stuff like that to other key bindings. Is this gonna be... okay, so that does correspond to this mark. Okay, so avatar can be E. Recklessness can be R. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 can be F. We're not going to use it too often. So control E and R to pop our big abilities, and then that can lead us into our rotation. Got it. I plan... yeah, these swords, they're really cool. I really do enjoy them. I just... like I said, I just wish there were other weapons that we would get at times, just because after a year and a half of playing Legion and looking at these exact same swords, you just kind of wish for more at times. Sometimes you wish for the excitement and the randomness of getting that drop from the big boss. What I was playing, when I was playing Nax and Wrath of the Lich King late last year, like, see, there are other looks you can get for the swords. I got, like, the mage one-handed sword from Kel'Thuzad after our, like, 15th time fighting him or whatever. And the feeling I got when I rolled against 3 other people for it and I won, like, that excitement, that's a high that I've been riding for months.
Until the next battle.
Your auto attacks have no penalty to hit from dual wielding during enrage. I didn't know that's a thing that happens anyway, but I guess it doesn't happen anymore. This is a very cool system. I do enjoy this. Artifact power was always an issue, but I think this private server actually deals with artifact power a little bit. And then these are all the different looks we can give the swords, you know. So, ooh, big chonky ones. That's actually kind of cool. I think I want to go for those at some point.
Glory to Odin.
You have another quest for me? Not something back here. Nah, I'll leave that as zoomed out as possible.
Are you worthy of Odin's gaze?
I am Valajar. May your battles end in victory.
Alright. Highmountain, Valshara, Azuna, or Stormheim. I will not do Stormheim. I've done Stormheim too many times. I also don't think I like Azuna, so it's between Highmountain and Valshara. I think Valshara is really chill, so I think I want to start in Highmountain. I think I have good memories of Highmountain.
Glory to Odin.
And when do I get to start the warboard thing, where I get to send people off on quests? I really like that. I like that about Draenor and this, actually.
I serve a greater power.
Warboard of Oro at Crassus Landing in Dalaran.
Death
Okay, send
cannot
me
stop
to
me.
Dalaran. Oh. Send me to Dalaran. To Dalaran. Okay, I'll just
Die well.
use my thingy. We we have some stuff to go sell as well. We also picked up the artifact weapons for the other classes. I'm not going to use them, but we have them. Was just double checking that I did like appropriately block off the chat.
In Highmountain, we remember our ancient promise. Journey with me, and I shall show you the might of Highmountain.
Yes, sir. Will do.
Champion, the Warbrave has good intentions, I think. Quickly now, after him. His people are your best chance at an ally on that mountain.
Alrighty. And off we go. To start our journey through Legion content. So, rotation. Pop Avatar and Recklessness. Use Bloodthirst, because I think Bloodthirst, when you crit, puts you into Enrage. I think that's... Bloodthirst crits put you in... Okay, so we do this, granting us 100% crit chance, which means we automatically crit on Bloodthirst. So these two into Bloodthirst, into Odin's Fury, into Raging Blows, and then I need to make sure, because this is on a 3.5 second cooldown, this is up for 5 seconds, that I get to use this one last time before we lose the crit strike from Battlecry. That's the goal here. That's the... Oh, I didn't save those keybinds, did I? Looking at it, I did not. 7 is going to be Control F. Okay. I remember this, and I remember like over here somewhere. Oh, where are we looking? Yeah, it's like over here. There's like these mana. Oh, it's in this cave. There's a cave over here, right here, I think. Yeah, right there, that cave. There's like mana-starved creatures that you can give this mana stuff to, and it's like a reputation thing or something. I don't remember. There's also a fox that runs around in this zone, I'm pretty sure. That is a pet or a mount you can get, but you have to like catch... They have to do something with the fox. I forget. It's been so long. It's been literally almost a decade. Less than a decade. It's been like 7 years. That's still a long time. Can I just jump straight into random Legion dungeons? I can. I should probably do random dungeons while I level, right? That would just be the quickest way through everything. Well, let's get to our place. Let's get to our place and get all of our quests set up, and then we can jump into some dungeons as well. Emerald Nightmare on normal drops 850. Jeez, that's a significantly higher level of gear than what we have. Jeez. Legion dungeons, they drop on normal, they drop 675. So normal Legion dungeons aren't even really going to give us anything good, but once we can do heroics, that drops gear that's just as good as the raid, like just barely worse than the raid. I noticed there's someone else watching. Welcome, welcome. Great to see a new or returning face, even though I can't see who's actually here. But hello.
Welcome, champion, to Thunder Totem. In better days, we would have warriors from the Blood Totem tribe, or Eagle Riders from the Skyhorn tribe. Today, we are so few we could barely keep a kobold out.
Where's Toggle Walk? number pad backslash.
This platform will take you into the
Just sometimes I want to
Hall of
walk with them, so
Chieftains, where Mela Highmountain awaits you.
Okay, but let me turn this in over here. Telling me to go down an elevator, but the question mark's over here. So I don't know what that's about. But, guess I'm wrong. There's just no arrow on this, so like I don't know if to go up or down or what. I was trying to relearn the heroic jump cancel thing, and I did not. I just did it wrong, that's all. If you're just joining, oh, treasure. If you're just joining, this is not, I'm not leveling a character through Legion to go to Dragonflight. This is Legion. This is a private server for Legion. So, this is actually Legion with progression and everything. Only Emerald Nightmare is available right now. And it will slowly progress its way up to...
I am Mela, daughter of the late
or progress its way through the expansion.
Ulan, and I speak for the tribes. We shall reclaim the hammer and our lands.
Can I go out this way? Yeah. Gotta go out this way. There's no other way to go out. I truly have no idea. Sky. Gorgeous. I want to go somewhere in the US where I can see a sky like that. Because I know there's some places out in, like, the kind of west of the Midwest. Like, Colorado, Nevada, that area. I know there's some places you can see absolutely gorgeous skies.
The river provides. May your rivers flow ever bountiful.
Anshe Gaiju.
So control ER into Bloodthirst into... Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole rotation. Okay. And then you just kind of do that over and over again. It's all coming back to me. I raided early on in Legion as a Fury Warrior, and it was always fun hitting that rotation early on. Because you'd be double anyone else. For the first like 10 seconds of the fight, you would be double anybody else on the DPS charts. And then if you're good, you stay in the top quarter for no issue whatsoever. Oh, I need to buy food. I don't have any food to eat, so I've got to just rely on my own health regeneration, don't I? It's alright. Or I could just not get attacked. It's also a possibility. Maybe I needed to pick up cooking in Dalaran. I should probably go back to Dalaran and pick that up, in all honesty. For a warrior, being able to just take care of your own health, it's pretty big. They're all occupied. No one likes you. Your mother was a grub. Your mother never liked you either. All she ever said was, I can't wait for that grub to move out of my house. Stop leeching off of me. Go away. No one likes you. We're just gonna pick up a bunch of them and take care of them all at once. How about that? You too. I know you're gonna come out. Let's go. Yeah. With that proper rotation, if we do that correctly, we should be able to kill elite enemies that we're supposed to fight with 2 or 3 other people pretty consistently. It doesn't actually, unless these things upgrade, there's none of these items are going to pick up really matter right away.
We are Highmountain.
Once we hit like level 101, 102, we're going to start to get gear that will replace what we have, but...
May the Earth Mother free. We must assist at Whitewater Wash before it is too late.
I'm coming. God, just took off. I don't even know where Whitewater Wash is. I don't know this place, lady. It's been like I've lived here my whole life. Oh, I actually remember this little area because there's like fish or something you have to grab from in the river as one of the quests here. I'm pretty sure. Yep, fish out of water. You have to get fish and put them back in. Okay.
Go in peace.
Earth Mother watch over you.
This is just a very like big thing. I don't know. It's just very easy to remember this river here. You just kick them. All right, now back in the water. That took a weird route.
Don't mess with the mountain!
I will say, sometimes here and there you do notice a little lag. It doesn't feel like... Oh, that actually has a direction to it. Okay, hold on. So I have to actually kick them towards the river. It's not just to walk up and use them whatever way you're facing. It is a directional thing towards the river, or it doesn't work out. Got it. Oh, get in the water, dude. Like, at some point, you gotta help yourself, bro. I got you close, okay? Oh, there's a questy over here. It'd be cool if the river, like, takes you, so you have to... If you wanted to get to this island, you have to start a little upstream, because you can't fight against the current. I mean, why have a current this strong unless you use it for something, right? Sorry, that's just me backseat game designing. Gonna make this our trade goods bag, so any ore or anything else we pick up is gonna show up there.
Hail, winds be at your back.
Gotta go find Moozy downriver. Oh, I'm dumb. I wasn't supposed to fight these guys. I was supposed to spray them. That's what you get for not reading quests. And I'll do that more than once, I promise. Will happen again. But I'm going to be on the lookout for it. That didn't work, did it? Still fight them up. Alright, all I did was make myself have to kill a couple more. That's just experience. Why are you moving in slow motion? I think I'm supposed to know why he's moving in slow motion when he artifact power. I can honestly say even with the like the little bits of lag here and there, and even with all of the little issues I am running into for this being like a non-official WoW server, this feels 10 times better than Classic or Dragonflight have been feeling over the last couple months. It really just might be the nostalgia, but I'm really feeling it. Like, this just feels nice. Like I said, though, that could just be me. I've got a big thing for nostalgia. It's what makes me go play Ocarina of Time and like Pokemon Coliseum with more regularity than someone who works a full-time job should. I should play Pokemon Coliseum for the channel. Mostly because I just want to play Pokemon Coliseum, and at this point, if I'm going to do the YouTube thing, part of me is really like, alright, anything you're going to play, you may as well record. Even if I record it, but I don't even do, like, I don't have the webcam on, I don't do any commentary, none of that, even if it's just gameplay, I feel like having the video is useful for something. I don't know what, but something. It's actually weird. Ooh, brief history of the Aeons, what's that? Ooh, more artifact. It's weird, like, recently, I feel like if I'm playing a game, not recording it, I feel like I'm wasting time, even though I'm playing games and I'm supposed to enjoy that. And I don't have an issue with that feeling. I'm not saying, like, I regret doing this or anything like that. I don't have a problem with it. It's just weird how in the span of, what, 2 months that I've been doing this, I've fully turned on that mode where, like, this is my focus. The stuff, like, what I do for this channel takes almost priority over the other things that I do. Tauren released. Where's the Tauren I need to release? He's over here. Oh, up in there. Okay. Got it. I don't know, whoever else is watching, I don't know if you do YouTube stuff, but do you ever feel the same way? Like, do you ever sit down to play a game that you're not planning to, like, do anything with content-wise, and then you're sitting there playing, and you're like, wow, I should really have the webcam on. Wow, I should really, like, not even stream, but I should at least be recording this, just in case something, like, clippable happens. Start thinking about my day in terms of YouTube content instead of, like, in terms of, like, the free time I want to have or anything. And despite this, like I said, I don't mind that being the case. I really don't. It's not an issue for me. It's just weird. Just weird how quickly my mindset has changed to be focused on that in general. God. This Odin's Fury ability is so stupid. By stupid, I mean it's just so strong. I could probably get that lockbox opened by somebody. Yeah, like, this river should totally sweep me away. I shouldn't be able to just swim upriver at the same speed that I do everything else.
Speak up. My ears aren't what they used to be.
How may I aid you? Farewell. Be careful.
The river provides. Lifespring Cavern is to the west. Meet me there when you can.
I can never meet you there. Can't meet you anywhere. I've promised myself to another woman. Ooh, that's a rare. Wonder if we could fight him. Oh, we gotta be able to fight him. Hello? Oh, is this how we pull him in? Alright, I have no idea, but let's do it. I'm not gonna sit here wait. Let's go for it. Come on, fight, fight, fight. I screwed this up a little bit, but it doesn't matter. I'm ripping through his health. I looked at his health and I was like, alright, 600,000. That's something, right? That's not a small amount. So I didn't know if I could actually fight him or not. Alright, so 600,000, easy peasy.
Looking for something special?
Hello? Ooh, there's stuff in here. Oh, yeah. No one likes you anyway.
You will fear the deep dark.
Just use Odin's Fury. Even without buffs, it does too much damage. Can I stop that message from showing up somewhere? Not in combat. Name's camera. I don't see anywhere that I can like I can tell it to stop telling me about that, which I would like it to, but oh well. Yo, what's up, dude? Welcome back for the third time. You keep coming back. I think that's a good sign. It at least makes me feel good. Now, I'm pretty sure I can't actually fight him again to get like more stuff. I think you can only fight these guys one time each, right? But we may as well give it a quick shot. Just so I know for certain that I can only fight him once. Because otherwise that'd be too easy to just farm one of these guys. Yeah. I did get a lot of salmon from 20 salmon. I got 20 last time, so we're at 40 salmon. If I can cook salmon, that's going to be a real fast cooking level.
Earth Mother watch over you. Let's go. This moisture makes my joints hurt. Make it snappy.
I have... I don't know what the difference is between being one of my two forms. Do I get anything for being a Worgen or a human? Because I'll run Worgen all day. Hair. Just don't know if there's supposed to be a difference or something. Ooh, I can mine him. I'm gonna get my mining up just in this little place. Wow, 3 people watching. That's a new record. It's not a new record, but it is, 3 is about as many as I've ever had watching. I will say that. I'm not exactly Ludwig over here or anything. Although Ludwig wishes he had my beard. Let's just be clear on that.
You will fear the deep dark. That blood of yours will do fine.
A real big Ludwig kick recently. I don't know if you guys watch Ludwig. I do. Been on a huge Ludwig kick. Also on a pretty big...
Boys, Carcon, let's see how fast you die.
Also been on a pretty big Among Us kick. I know Among Us was like a 2 or 3 year old fad at this point, but I've been watching Disguised Toast and all of OTB really doing Among Us stuff recently. Just bringing back good memories in general.
Die, Sean Ronier!
Yo, all of you, come here. Die. Die. All dead. Yep. Ability's just too much.
Speak up. My
in a rock,
ears
my friend.
aren't what they used to be.
I get that you guys are like one with the mountains and the elements, but that's a little much. Second. Stupid. Just like 5 seconds.
Stone, obey me!
Oh, Hearthstone? Yeah, I've been watching. So I was really big into Hearthstone a long time ago, like 2014, 2015, something like that.
In the right direction.
And then I just started watching it again about a month ago. I really like Trump for just my general stuff, and if I want to watch Battlegrounds, I like Kripparrian for that. But Trump is probably my go-to for all Hearthstone related stuff. These guys respawn real quick. That is one thing I'll say about private servers. The respawn on these guys, for the 2 or 3 that I've played on, is almost too quick. Like sometimes you'll just be you'll like be done. You'll finish a fight. You'll do a quest item. You'll look through your bag to like just clear out your inventory space for a second, and suddenly everything has respawned around you. Which isn't always a bad thing. It's nice when you have like a low amount of enemies and you need to kill a certain number and they just won't respawn fast enough, whatever, but sometimes it's just annoying. Oh, way to pull more of these guys. Just this one. Who do you like watching for Hearthstone? Or what do you like playing on Hearthstone? What's your class? The last time I played, I was playing Shaman, and I was playing an Elemental Jade Shaman, if that tells you just how long ago I was playing. It's very, very long.
Are these Ronir giving you too much trouble to misjudge your worth?
Dargrol. Where'd you
When
get
you
feathers
are
that
done
big?
with this distraction, meet us in Riverbend. You will fear the deep dark.
You're literally a rock. Oh, I have to be afraid of. Thank you. Raren. Yeah, I've also seen some of his videos. They popped up on YouTube. Ever since I started watching Trump again, the algorithm's been trying to get me to watch Raren a lot. Not that I don't watch him, it's just I really only have time to watch one person's content right now, and that I just
My ears aren't what they used to be.
+1 rank minor trait. All right, so that's a bit of an issue. The artifact here is supposed to tell me, it's supposed to give me a rank in one of the traits for my Valjar thing, or my swords. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see where I'm pointing. Fuck me. But it just says minor trait instead of actually having a trait attached to it. What? Oh, whoops, hold on. It's clicking everything. Storm and fire. So I need to pick a storm or a fire artifact from them. Blood, storms. Okay, so I can pick one of these 2 bottom ones. Rage. Increase crit strike chance? Oh. It's always going to
If
be
you
crit
get
strike
lost, just follow the river.
Or if I can just run out of here without engaging with anyone else. That's probably too much to ask for. Could just run though if I get. It's not like they can hurt me. I mean, they can hurt me, but it's not like they can kill me. And if I ever get swarmed, I could just Odin's Fury and kill them all, right? Yeah, what just gave me a speed up? I was never good with Mage, but that's just because Mage had too many spells that I had to try and think about. I enjoyed Shaman because it was Jade Shaman was just like, all right, summon a Jade Golem, then summon a bigger one, and a bigger one. It was just keep summoning Jade Golems until you win. And if you can't win with Jade Golems, you can win with just a couple elemental cards. Mage was always like, at least Mage nowadays is like, all right, you play a spell that lets you discover a spell, and that spell lets you discover 2 spells. Now those 2 spells are like conditional. It was just too much for me. I'm not that smart of a dude. That's why I never played Rogue either. Rogue always had a bunch of like conditional cards. I didn't want to think about all that. I just wanted to hit people in the face. So Warrior was fun, Shaman was fun, Hunter is the ultimate smork deck.
The river provides.
But this said execute Riverbend, and I was like, who's Riverbend? Why are we executing them? You haven't told me anything about this person. Let's just evacuate Riverbend.
May your rivers flow
Told you I'm not smart.
ever bountiful.
I would love to play this game all through the night until I wake, until like the sun comes up the next morning. But I've been sitting in this computer chair because I work from home for 12 hours at this point. I started at 9 a.m. We'll just round up. I think that's fair. I'm just kind of straight up, my ass is in pain right now. But I just desperately want to play this, so I don't want to stop. Yeah, Hunter was always fun. My issue with Hunter was you either win or you lose. And I know that seems so stupid. Like, you always either win or lose. But with Hunter, it was always like you either get your minions out and they kill people and that's it. Or you get your minions out, the enemy has an answer for them, and you lose. There's no in between. There's no like counterplay. At least the Hunter I was used to seeing back in the day. Because it really used to be like, by turn 3, if you don't have 4 or 5 minions on your board and their attacks aren't buffed to 3 or 4, and you're not hitting face constantly, you're just done. But it was definitely easier than playing Rogue or Mage or Druid was always a rough one for me as well. I hated playing against Druids though, because Druid's just gonna randomly throw out like a 5/10 taunt for like 3 mana somehow. Zombeasts. No, I don't think I was watching during that era.
I knew you would come. By this hammer, I claim this mountain! I counsel the High Chieftain. May the ancestors watch over you.
Were they like zombies? Were they just beasts with death rattles that resummoned them or something? How exactly did that work? I kept hitting 1 to use my Furious Slash, but I just rekeyed it to Q because that would be easier for me.
Ah, greetings, champion.
Simply a man.
Thank you for the rescue. I will see if any of the other war braves survived the attack.
I didn't get to enrage, but I don't want to enrage. They die all the same. Oh, you know what? I actually do kind of remember that. I definitely wasn't playing at that point. I'd stopped playing. I was just watching other people play on YouTube, but I do remember that. That always seemed kind of cool.
My village. It is gone.
It's funny that you bring up Hearthstone, because like I was out of Hearthstone for years, didn't even think about it, and just this week actually, at like, I work from home, so I watch YouTube while I work a lot, and I got recommended a Trump video, and I was like, oh god, I haven't watched Trump in years, I wonder what he's up to, and now we're having a conversation about it. It's just funny. Funny how it just never came up at any point anywhere in my life, and now it came up twice in different venues in a week.
Greetings, champion. You have my
Yeah,
thanks,
I do kind
champion.
of remember that now that you're saying it. I think dungeon runs are still my favorite thing Hearthstone ever put out. Just, I love roguelikes and I love Hearthstone, so making a roguelike of Hearthstone in the dungeon run, just, that was it for me.
Highmountain stands.
I could literally spend hours doing dungeon runs, just doing them.
Our people will stand with you against the Burning Legion.
We're going to do something ill-advised here, and by ill-advised I mean really, really cool. It's called We're Going to Kill Everything. One because I have no patience. No, go away. Alright, I got screwed up a little bit, but it stands that it's still going to work. I just didn't realize I was going to get stunned. Oh yeah. So these little boys can show up sometimes. Whenever you mine something, these guys can randomly show up. And when you kill them, they give you like a ton of Laystone, which is like the ore of this expansion. I love this. It's cool.
Greetings, champion. In Highmountain, we remember. Well timed, champion. We have cleared a path to Dark Rule. This way.
I think there's a treasure over here somewhere. I'm gonna look for it after we do this.
Dark Rule the Underking! Come down here and
My Underking. This one still lives.
I want this Shangunir to tell the others. Tell them their doom will come once I master this hammer.
could have killed him right here, right now. He's lucky, that's all I'm gonna say. I said we'd look for the treasure. I'm gonna go back on that and just leave. I don't want to prolong any of this leveling as much as I can. Not that the zones aren't fun. I have a lot of fun doing this, but I want to get to end level or max level so that I can run heroic stuff or mythics, and then I can run raids and find a guild to raid with. That's the end goal here. And I still remember the first half of the Emerald. Yeah, the first half of the Emerald Nightmare like the back of my hand. Ran it so many times. I only ever got to the second half a handful of times. Our guild took a couple weeks to progress, which, looking back, is not great. The first raid of an expansion on normal, we should have done it in 3-4 weeks at most. I think it took us a little bit longer.
Let me hear your bones crunch!
Oh, Control C is my button for it. I can change that. Now I do remember. Control C is my button for that. It's actually wild. So I just went to a heroic leap like I just did. And my fingers went to Control C instead of Control mouse button like I had it set to. I just realized that that's what I used to have it on like 6 years ago, and my fingers still like muscle memory went to go into it. That's just weird.
Spirits guide you.
When Dargrel stole the hammer of Khaz'goroth, he did so right in front of myself and the other chieftains. Our last High Chieftain, Ulan, tried to stop him and was slain. Mela may have picked up her father's totem, but she is not High Chieftain yet. Dargrel didn't just steal a hammer. He shattered our people, driving a wedge between our tribes. Speak up. My ears aren't what they used to be.
Let's go. Are you following me, or are we... Okay, you are following. Got it. If I mount up, will you mount up? Okay. Makes things easier. Make sure I didn't lose them. I don't trust the private server to not have the companion glitch out every now and then and just get lost, and I have to like re-go get them somehow.
Thank you, champion. We should be safe now. Come, let us speak with Mela.
Alright, I might not be here when you get back, but thank you for being here if I'm not.
Jael, you have returned. Thank the spirits.
Mela, child, the Underking has destroyed Riverbend.
Destroyed? We do not often allow outsiders in our lands. Highmountain stands.
I serve the descendants of Hone. May the ancestors watch over you. Spirits guide. I will tell you the story of Hone Highmountain. For generations, the Tauren of this mountain fought Countless lives, even entire tribes, were lost. Once, upon returning from such a battle, Highmountain found his people slaughtered by a previously unknown foe. Battling his grief, Hone spoke with the leaders of the remaining tribes. He convinced them to unite under one banner to oppose this new threat. And now you will bear witness to Hone's trials. Greetings, outsider. May the ancestors watch over you.
Back to Dalaran. Go pick up professions and everything else that I need to do. I think we're gonna call it there.
You need something? Have a good one.
What's on your mind? Safe travels. Talk to me. See you soon.
Can I assist you? Be careful.
Hey there. Be careful.
I am listening. Farewell.
I am honored. Good luck, friend.
Hello. Good luck, friend. Open for business. Go with honor, friend. Looking for something specific? Be careful. Well met. Safe travels.
You need something? See you around. Have a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on these feats of prestidigitation.
Hey there.
Gaze in astonishment as I produce a rabbit from this ordinary hat.
Have a good one.
Hey there.
Thank you,
See you
thank
later.
you. Your tips are appreciated. And now for my next trick. As you can see, there's nothing up my sleeve. And bam! Okay, for this trick, I'll need a volunteer.
Glory to Gilneas.
Pick a card.
Greetings.
Any card.
Go
Hey.
with honor, friend.
Okay, card. For this trick,
Give it
I'll
back.
need a volunteer.
Light be with you. Safe travels.
Step right up.
Need help?
Behold the amazing... Don't like the show? You can kiss my sparkling enchanted posterior.
Be careful. Have a good one.
Let's go get our trait, and then we're going to probably end the stream for the night. It has been 2 hours. I have other things I need to do, like sleep. Tomorrow we can hit it hard. So. It's the only one we can take. All right. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Cool. Yep, that's going to be it for the stream, guys. I know no one's watching, but just to keep posterity, that's going to be it for the stream, guys. If you could like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you can to help me rise up the YouTube algorithm. That way other people can find and enjoy my content. I'd really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, see ya.